Hello everybody, Smiko again, coming back to you from my 28-day self-imposed live stream challenge. Today is day number 8. Woohoo! So just 20 more to go. So today we're going to talk about another chapter from my book, How a Postage Stamp Saved My Life. And we're going to talk about how to defeat depression. That's something that has many of us have many problems with that. So we're going to talk about what we can do and actually to make sure we can defeat it. Okay, just making sure that the audio levels are up. So the World Health Organization, they estimate that there are 350 million people worldwide who suffer from depression, and that it is a leading cause of disability. So what causes depression? Well, many things can trigger it. It could be the loss of a loved one. I know that's what it was in my case. I lost my mother to colon and liver cancer in 2008, and that was just like the most devastating thing I had ever witnessed in my life, ever gone through. So that plunged me into a deep depression. It could be losing your job, losing your home, losing your health, loss of a different type of relationship, or loss of something we think might happen. So of course, we can't always control our circumstances. We can't control the things that happen to us in our life, but we can develop a practical strategy or framework so that negative feelings don't dominate our lives every single day. But first and foremost, I do want to clarify that clinical depression is not a momentary sadness, according to health officials, but it's a persistent feeling of despair triggered by a chemical imbalance in your brain. So if you feel that this is you, then of course seek medical attention. It takes real strength, I will tell you, to ask for help. Also, I know another way in which I personally benefited was confiding my feelings to a close friend, and that could most likely can help you as well. And you'd be really surprised how relieved you feel once you get that burden off your chest of whatever it is that's making you feel so sad. And I would say what also helped me to overcome depression after suffering the loss of my mother was, of course, the postage stamp. Just thinking about the characteristics of a postage stamp and how a postage stamp, when you put it on a letter, it never comes off, it never gives up until it reaches its destination. And even then, it still keeps doing a job. It still stick to it. It's still sticking to the package. It's still on there. So for me, that analogy just really helped me to move forward, especially since I was a letter carrier at the time and I would see stamps every single day. So that's why postage stamps really made an impression on my brain. But also too, I got back into my spiritual routine. I had stopped because I was just feeling so incredibly sad. I just didn't know how to even function in life. What also helped me was daily exercise. People thought I was crazy, but I literally got up at 4 a.m. every single day and went to the gym at 5 a.m. And after that, I went to work, and I did that routine almost every day for almost 10 years. Just recently, I stopped going to the gym early, but I'm about to put that back into practice again. But the daily exercise. I mean, you get this euphoric feeling when you are exercising, and it crushes all negativity, all doubt. It's just a beautiful way to, I feel, to start your day. And another thing I did too was I changed my eating habits. I was eating a lot of processed food, not really cooking. And so I think changing the way I ate, that affected the way that I felt. So it just, all of it combined was just what I needed in order to overcome my depression, overcome my feelings of suicide that I had on an almost daily basis. So those are things that kind of helped me. And there's a book it's called The Depression Cure. You can find it on Amazon. It's by Dr. Stephen Ilardi. And wow, that book really, I mean, it's like amazing. It's an amazing book. But I'll recap some of the things that are in the book, but I highly recommend you go out and buy the book. He says that consider taking a daily fish oil supplement, which I started taking, and somehow that rejuvenates your body and it makes you feel a certain way. It makes you feel better. So I started putting that into my life. He says to be active, which I had done. I was going back, working out. And then he says, try not to ruminate over negative things. And I think that's a problem a lot of us have. We think about it and we think about it and we continue to think about it. I mean, they say we have like 60,000 thoughts or more per day, but the problem is we're having the same 60,000 thoughts, the same 60,000 negative thoughts. So we need to train our minds to not think about those negative things. And so he says to get outside, move your body, and a really important thing is to connect with other people. We are other people oriented. That's how we were made. We need to be around other people. We need to talk to other people. We need to connect with other people. And so he says, of course, be exercise. This improves your physical shape, obviously, but also your mental shape, your mental health. And then he says, get in the sun. Some of us are just indoors like all day. And he was like, you have to get out into the sun. He said, sunlight stimulates the brain's production of serotonin. Serotonin affects your mood and your behavior. So if you don't have enough serotonin, then that could be one of the main reasons why you're always feeling down, depressed. You gotta get outside. You gotta get into the sun. And I love to go walking in the sun. And I feel like that I get two things in once. I get the sun and I get the exercise. And he says the thing, connect. As I said earlier, we need other people, so connect with somebody. He says isolation is terrible for depression. Isolation only exacerbates the problem. And a good book, which I highly recommend, is by Dr. Henry Cloud, The Power of the Other, meaning the other person, having other people in your life. And then the last thing Dr. Ilardi says is sleep. Are you getting enough sleep? He says lack of sleep and depression go hand in hand. He said they are BFFs. So you have to get the sleep you need. Now, we heard different things about how many hours you need for sleep, but you know your body, you know what you need to in order to function. So don't deprive yourself of the proper sleep that you need. And water, drink water. We drink so many different other things that's not helping our body. We have to replenish our body with water. So those are just some of the things that have helped me overcome depression, and hopefully it can help you too. Just want to say thank you again for watching my self-imposed 28-day live stream broadcast. And of course, this month I am an affiliate partner with Bot Academy and Andrew Warner. Like I said, I have gone through this particular training and Facebook Messenger and the chat bots and bot training. Oh my goodness, it's so amazing and so cool. So you will see in the bottom a link to sign up for this free class that's going to be given on February the 12th by Andrew Warner, founder of Mixergy. So definitely click the link, go to the free training. And if you do end up purchasing, if you want me to help you through any of the training, send me a message. I'll definitely help you through. I've been through it, and it's really a good training. And you can actually start a business in about a month. It's really life-changing. So thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel, like my page, and I will see you on tomorrow. Bye-bye.